What's up, guys? Emmanuel Jones here. We back at with some playoff predictions. This time we'll be doing our wild card picks. This time, so yeah, because we know this weekend is just a wild card round. So yeah, so I'll be giving you my picks and my game analysis. See which games I think, and I'm gonna see which team I think is gonna move on to the divisional round. So yeah. So before I give you my predictions for the wild card round, don't forget to put the thumbs up to like the video, subscribe to my channel for more options, and don't forget to comment down your pin below to see who you think's gonna win the wild card round. So let's get started. So we got the Cleveland Browns versus the Houston Texans. Cleveland is favored by -2 on the road. Obviously, this is a game right here that can definitely go either way. Now, some people could be taking the Texans to win because the Browns' defense sucks on the road. But last time when these two teams played, I believe the Browns beat them, and Amari Cooper had a big day, and all of a sudden, because I just kind of really feel like that. You know the Browns. Amari Cooper had a day where he had 265 receiving yards, but the Texans, they might have trouble covering Amari Cooper because Amari Cooper could be a difference maker in this game. And, they got other weapons they have to throw to because the Browns, because the Browns seem like they're a legitimate team. They're playing like a contender. And Houston's kind of like a pretender, like they are. So I just don't really know if the Texans are going to be able to move the ball. But I think they'll probably move it a little bit. But I feel like the Browns' defense is a challenge, though, because I feel like they're going to play hard. They're going to play some man coverage in this game. Because, even though the Texans' wide receivers are good, I think the Browns' secondary can, match up well with, Nico Collins and the other guys. So, yeah, and then all of a sudden, the Browns, they have more weapons like David Njoku and then Elijah Moore. So the Browns got plenty of weapons on offense. But their defense, I think they can stop the run okay and they can stop the pass okay. So as long as they confuse CJ Stroud, I think the Browns find a way to at least I think they'll find a way to at least they'll find a way to at least win this game. But I think the only way that Cleveland gets up early, they could blow Houston out. But I just kind of really feel like that that the Texans, you can argue saying that their defense is fine, but I don't think it's close to being good. But anyway, because we see them beat the Colts though, because they almost couldn't stop the run, and they still won the game. And all of a sudden, the defense starts stopping the pass pretty okay. So I just kind of really feel like that Joe Flacco, he's gonna at least buy some time, to make some big time throws because he's been good for the last couple of weeks. So yeah. So yeah, so basically I just think when I look at the Browns, I didn't think Kevin Stefanski might have a little bit of a game plan. And Jim Schwartz as defense coordinator, he might have a good game plan to at least confuse CJ Stroud because we know he's a rookie. And a rookie quarterback sometimes struggles against a good defense and sometimes they don't. And also the Texans defense can make it rough on Joe Flacco. So basically, this is going to be a tough matchup for Cleveland Browns because they can pass the ball really good, and so does the Texans. And I don't really think Houston can run the ball. Is going to be able to run the ball a lot, especially they'll be able to throw the ball a little bit, but not much. So I think this game will be close. It will be competitive, but I know this game's in Houston, but I will be taking the Cleveland Browns to win this game because I just think the Cleveland Browns are just a more complete team, and they kind of have a better coaching staff in my opinion, and I just think Joe Flacco is gonna ball out in this game. Like he's gonna continue to do that. Like this guy can definitely is reaching at Player of the Year. So yeah. So I am going to be taking the Cleveland Browns to win this game, but give me the 2 points with the Texans. I think they'll find a way to keep it close. I think it could be a defensive game, maybe an offensive game as well. So yeah, but I don't really know because as long as the Texans can at least keep up, stay competitive, I think they'll find a way to win this game. So yeah, so give me. So yeah, so basically I think it will be close, but I am going to say the Cleveland Browns win this game something like 27-24, 24-20, something like that. So yeah, I will take the Texans with the points, but give me the Cleveland Browns to win this game. Next game, we have the Miami Dolphins versus the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs are favored by 4.5. Obviously, this is a game that can go either way. Now, I know most people could be picking the Miami Dolphins to win because of Tyreek Hill return to Kansas City, and the Dolphins can have a better passing offense than the Chiefs because the Chiefs' passing offense kind of stinks. But this game right here is it's Kansas City. It's going to be really cold. Like it's going to be like 0 degrees, close to negative. But I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs to win this game because Chiefs are at home. They play well in the cold weather. They have the better quarterback, better coaching staff. They're just a more complete team. And the Dolphins haven't really proved to me that they can beat the teams over 500. Like we've seen this. They only beat one 500 team, which is in the Dallas Cowboys. And they lost to the Bills twice this year, and then they lost to the Chiefs. They lost to the Eagles. Like, and then they lost to a bad Titans team. So yeah, so they haven't really beat the teams over 500, which that's kind of bad for them. But I believe last time when these two teams played, I believe the Chiefs won this game because that's when the Chiefs really shut down Tyreek Hill. And, but I feel like if they can do the same thing, I think they have a chance to win this game. So I feel like if you can, but I hope the Dolphins, some of their offensive players, can come back like Jalen Waddle, Raheem Mostert. Because we know the Dolphins' running game is starting to get very explosive right now. They have a really good running game with Devon Achane, run two punch running back at Raheem Mostert and Devon Achane. So I think the Dolphins can run the ball a bit. I think they can throw the ball a bit too. But Tua didn't really look as good against the Bills last week. He lost the Dolphins that game against the Bills because he threw a late interception in the fourth quarter on the game-winning drive. If he doesn't do the same thing like he did on Sunday against the Bills, I think Miami can definitely have a chance to win this game. So yeah, but the thing is about Miami though is that their defense, is totally not great. But I think they can do enough here to confuse Mahomes. But I don't think Vic Fangio's probably going to know what he's going to do because literally, though, the Dolphins got so many injuries on defense because Jerome Baker's out, Vin Gingle's out, and we know Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips are out for the season. So the Dolphins are dealing with some injuries on defense. So I think with their edge rushers and their linebackers of the Dolphins being out, I think it's probably going to help the Chiefs. Offense, move the ball against them. It's probably going to help them run it better. But their run defense is totally fine. But you can really say that their pass defense has been an issue though because literally though they literally gave like almost 500. They gave up like over 400 yards to the Buffalo Bills. which they barely couldn't really stop the run, and they couldn't really stop the pass as well. So I think if it's the same thing with the Chiefs, I think the Chiefs, have a chance, to win this game. But I think the Dolphins defense might be real testing this game. Because I think the Chiefs are going to move the ball a little bit. And I think, their passing game is probably going to play a little bit better. Because I think, with Rashee Rice, he's been starting to step up as that number one wide receiver. Watson's starting to get consistent. But, Valdez Scantlin and Kadarius Toney and Sky Moore, like those receivers, they're kind of stink. So I expect the Chiefs offense to move the ball. And Kelsey's definitely having a down year. I expect, Andy Reid to get Kelsey more involved. And I think they can find a way to at least like win their one-on-one matches against the Dolphins. Because the Dolphins are dealing with some injuries because we don't know if Howard's playing, we don't know if Holland's playing, especially they're banged up. And the Chiefs, they're much healthier on both sides of the ball. I think they'll find a way to at least like play hard in this game, and we know it's going to be snowy in there, and the Dolphins don't really play well in the snow, and the Chiefs, they're used to these conditions because, they played in the cold weather before, and they won. So, yeah, I just kind of really feel like Mahomes is going to make some magic happen in this game. So, so I just think when you look at the Dolphins, I think they'll move the ball a little bit, but not much. But I think the Chiefs can probably like do the same thing on defense. Like you take away Tyreek Hill and make them throw the ball to other people. I think that's what the Chiefs can probably do because they did that. They did that in the first matchup, and I think they can do it again. So basically, I think this game will be close. I think it's going to be low scoring like last time. So I'll take the Chiefs to win this game, but I'll take the 4.5 points with the Dolphins. I get respect for Miami. I think they keep it close in this game and competitive. I think they'll move the ball. I mean, if the Chiefs get a lead early, they can definitely blow the Dolphins out. So, yeah. So, I'm going to say the Chiefs win this game something like 24-20, 2017, something like that. So, yeah. So, I'm going to take the Dolphins plus the 4.5. But give me the Chiefs to win this game. All right, next game we have the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are -10. Obviously, the number changed, so the Bills are like -9.5. Obviously, this game is in Buffalo, and obviously, I'm picking the Bills to win this game. And the reason why I'm picking the Bills to win this game is because the Bills are the more complete team, better vibes, better quarterback. They're at home. There's the more complete team, and that's pretty much why. Like the Steelers, they kind of suck on the road against good teams. I mean, they're playing a backup quarterback in Mason Rudolph, and Mike Thomas said they're really sticking with Mason Rudolph because Mason Rudolph he's been improving a little bit, but I just don't think the Steelers offense. I don't really have like a lot of confidence in the Steelers offense to at least like move the ball against a Bills team, especially against a Bills defense that has been playing really good for over the past couple of weeks. Because the Bills have been really good against the run, and they've been really good against the pass. And I think the Steelers can run the ball a little bit, but I don't think they're going to be able to do it in this game. And, their passing game has been a little inconsistent. I just don't trust the Steelers' offense on the road with a bad offense on the road against a Bills team that's really good at home. I mean, the Steelers' offense, Last week against the Ravens, they looked at kind of bad, and especially they still won the game. But defensively, I think they can do enough here a little bit to contain Josh Allen, but I don't really know because TJ Watt's not gonna play in this game. So I feel like with TJ Watt being out, I think that's probably gonna help the Bills move the ball. It's probably gonna help them throw the ball a little bit because Steelers defense kind of stinks against the pass. So I think that Gabe Davis, he's not gonna play in this game. So I think Diggs, Shakir, Dawson Knox, Kincaid. I mean, those guys are like gonna be tough for the Steelers to cover. And it's, Steelers sometimes, they just play too much man coverage on defense. Sometimes they play zone coverage. Like the Steelers offense, they're not good in the red zone. So, and especially the Bills, they can throw the ball better because they have a better passing offense than the Steelers because the Steelers passing offense is atrocious. But here's the thing: George Pickens is kind of a mismatch. It's kind of a difference maker. So I feel like the Bills defense, like if they can take away George Pickens and make them throw the ball to other people, that's what I like to say. If they can do that, I think if they take away Pickens and force the Bills Steelers to throw the ball to other people, I think they can do that. But I just don't really trust the Steelers offense on the road. I don't think they're gonna be able to keep up with the Bills. I mean, but I think it could be closer though. Unless the Bills, get a lead early, I think they can blow the Steelers out because they did that last year where they led the Steelers because where the Steelers, gave of 38 points to the Buffalo Bills and they only had 3. So yeah, so I expect it to be a close game. I will be leaning towards the Buffalo Bills to win this game. I'll take them to cover as well. I'm gonna say maybe like 20-13 or like 23-13, something like that. Even if the Bills score like 30 points on the Steelers, I wouldn't be shocked. So yeah. So I'm just gonna take the Bills both ways. I'm just gonna take them Bills to win and the Bills to cover. Next game we have the Green Bay Packers versus the Dallas Cowboys. Um, the Cowboys are favored by -7. Obviously, I looked up something on Instagram and they're asking about which 7 seed is most likely to win, and I said none of them because usually the 7 seeds usually get a first round exit, a first playoff exit. So yeah, yeah. So basically, I think this game is gonna be interesting to watch because Green Bay has pretty much have owned Dallas because we know the Packers have beaten the Dallas Cowboys. So yeah, because we seen that they beaten the Dallas Cowboys for the past couple of years, and then back in 2016, I believe they beat them in Green Bay in 2016. But obviously, though, I know that's a team where Green Bay truly owns, but I feel like this is a different Cowboys team because the Cowboys have a really good offense and a really good defense, and especially Dak Prescott. He's been balling out for like the past couple of weeks. Like he's playing at a higher level. And CeeDee Lamb, he's pretty much one of the best receivers in the NFL right now. Like, and Dak Prescott's like leading the lead in passing yards and all that. So yeah. While Green Bay, they really showed a lot of fight over the last 3 weeks. Their offense, have really turned it around. Almost all season they were struggling, especially on offense and on defense, to get things going. All of a sudden, by the end of the season, they end up turning things around. So yeah, I just like how Green Bay is doing, especially Jordan Love. He's starting to ball out like almost every week. He's starting to play at a high level, and the young guys are stepping up like Wicks and Reed. And Kraft has stepped up, Mo Belton, especially Kraft has stepped up when Luke Musgrave was on IR. Especially without Christian Watson, they was able to do that. But I feel like they get Christian Watson back, I think the Packers can be very explosive on offense. Because, last year when these two teams played, Christian Watson put up big numbers against the Cowboys defense. Like, he scored like 3 touchdowns against them. So, yeah. I would like to see Green Bay, I hope they get Christian Watson back because they do. That'll be awesome to see. But we don't know about Jair not playing this game. We don't know if he's going to play, but if he plays, I think, the Packers win. But I think if he plays, I think the Packers win. I mean, no, actually, if he plays, I think, he'll find a way to match up with CeeDee Lamb. But if he does not play, I think the secondary could definitely have a problem because Jair has not been playing as much due to he's been dealing with injuries like back injuries, shoulder injuries, and all that. And I don't think nobody in the secondary can cover. I don't think nobody in the secondary can cover CeeDee Lamb because CeeDee Lamb's pretty much uncoverable. Brandon Cooks has been amazing. Jake Ferguson, like, you know, here's the thing. Now the Packers really have a bad run defense, and the Cowboys kind of have a bad rush offense. I feel like Green Bay can run it a little bit because they've been running the ball a lot because Aaron Jones could be a difference maker. Now the Cowboys, I think they're gonna run the ball better because even though they have bad rush offense, I still think the Cowboys offense can run the ball against the Packers, knowing that their run defense is not great, and especially their defense has been proven they can stop the run. And Dallas, over the past couple weeks, because their defense has proven that sometimes they cannot stop the run. Like they can be ran out other times, especially the secondary. Their pass defense can get ran on as well because they're really good against the pass. And Green Bay, their defense is good against the pass, but they're not good against the run. Dallas is just better on defense on the run and the pass. So yeah, I think their offense could be a mismatcher in this game. I just don't know. Think at the Packers. I don't think they're gonna have answers for CeeDee Lamb because CeeDee Lamb's pretty much uncoverable. So yeah, that's something to watch. Especially the old line. The old line is pretty good. So yeah, I think if Dallas, if they can get a league early, I think they can blow the Packers out. Cause Jordan Love, he's really not good against top defenses in the NFL. Especially he played really well against the Chiefs defense. Especially especially the Packers. On the other hand, I think their defense can find a way to give Dak Prescott a tough time, which I think they can. I think Dallas defense can definitely give Jordan Love issues. So I just don't think the Green Bay can run the ball on them a bit. It's on that Cowboys defense. I don't think they're gonna be able to throw the ball as much. So I think with Gilmore matching up with Christian Watson or Jaden Reed, and then Deron Bland on Wicks, and then Wilson or Curse on maybe the Packers tight ends. That'll be a really good matchup though to see. So yeah. So also this is the Mike McCarthy revenge game, which that's gonna be something to watch. So yeah, so obviously I think this game right here is gonna go can definitely go either way. I can definitely see the Packers winning this game, but I'm gonna go with the home team. I'm gonna go with the Dallas Cowboys to win this game. I just think the Cowboys are just a more complete team. They have the better quarterback. They're at home, and I just kind of really feel like that their defense is much better than the Packers. Like I think they stop the run better, and I think they stop the pass better, and I think their offense can really pass the ball better as well. And I just don't trust a young Packers offense go on the road, especially against a Cowboys defense that has been really good. And especially the Cowboys are a different team at home, and they never lost a home game this year. So yeah, I think Dallas finds a way to pull it off here with the win. And I'll just take them to cover as well. I'm gonna say Cowboys win 23-20, something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna say Cowboys win, Cowboys cover. Next game, we have the LA Rams versus Detroit Lions. Um, Detroit's favored by -3. Obviously, I call it a trap game because I think this game can go either way. But obviously, this is like this is like two of the top five offenses in the NFL. Defensively, they're really good. Defensively, they're good in my opinion. But both their pass, like the Rams' pass defense, sometimes get ran on. Like sometimes they can't stop the pass well, and Lions can't stop the pass well as well too. So that's gonna be a tough matchup. So basically, I just think that when I look at the defense, I think the defense, the Lions can definitely give Matthew Stafford and his Rams offense this year because the Rams' offensive line is kind of atrocious, but it's gotten better throughout the past couple of weeks. You can argue saying the Lions have a better old line than them. So yeah, but I just kind of really feel like that that when you look at the Rams, they have a really good passing attack with Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. Now those guys can definitely be difference makers because I don't think the Lions can stop the pass that good, but I think they can stop the run all right, and the Rams can as well. Both of their pass defense are kind of sketchy, and then both of their offenses are just really good. Like the Rams been running the ball a lot better, and so is the Lions. So yeah, it's probably gonna be a difference maker, and we know this game's in Detroit, and Jared Goff can definitely have a good game here, where he's more comfortable at. But this is gonna be a fun game to watch. I think it's gonna be a close one, but I'm not too confident of the. I don't know if I'm confident of the Lions' defense. Stopping the pass against a Rams' offense passing attack. So this is what I'm gonna do right now. I'm going to take the LA Rams, but this is going to be a fun game to watch. But I'm going to go with the upset. I'm taking the LA Rams to win this game. And the reason why I'm taking the Rams to win this game is because the Rams kind of have a better passing attack. I just think their offense is going to be tough to stop. And Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua are difference makers. And I just don't think I just don't think the Lions defense are going to have answer for that. And, the Lions kind of have one of the worst passing defense in the NFL. And I think Stafford is going to take advantage of that. So, yeah, and I think, the Rams' defense has definitely been playing better throughout the season. I think they can find a way to confuse Jared Goff. Raheem Morris is kind of one of the better defensive coordinators than Aaron Glenn. I think he'll find a way to confuse Jared Goff. And, I think their secondary can play some type coverage against the Lions. Even though Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of the best receivers in the game, even though he's uncoverable, I just think the Rams defense can find a way to at least take him away. And I felt Laporta, being out can definitely be critical. But if he plays, I think that'll be nice. So yeah. So I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I will be taking the LA Rams to win this game straight up. 34-31. And then we got the Monday game. We got the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Philadelphia Eagles are favored by -3. Obviously, this is a game right here that can go either way. Now, most people could be taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win because the Eagles, they have not been looking so good over the past couple weeks because they lost 5 of their last 6 games. So yeah. So obviously, I think there's a chance that I think the Bucks can move the ball against the Eagles, knowing that the Eagles defense has not been playing really good as lately. but their offense has been playing really good, but they may struggle at many times. And especially the Bucks can as well. And then, you know, I think it's gonna be a good game to watch. And I just kind of really feel like, the Bucks, I can tell they're more better on defense because I think they'll find a way to confuse Jalen Hurts in this game if he plays. Now the Eagles are banged up with some injuries. We don't know if Hurts plays, but I hope he plays. But the news is that AJ Brown will not play. But I hope Devonta Smith can play because I think that might help the Eagles' passing offense be a lot better. But they offensively, they have been struggling. Like we seen last week against the Giants, like they really struggled offensively against a Giants team that's not good. And then they lost to a Cardinals team which is not good, where like the Eagles defense has not been playing a lot better. Like I can really tell, like if the Eagles if they cannot get right in this game, they're gonna lose. So yeah. And the Bucks, have proven to me that offensively they can move the ball, and defensively they prove me that can really stop anybody. And the Eagles defense cannot stop a nosy right now because right now the Eagles defense stinks. Because I don't really know if they're going to be able to stop anybody. Because you can say, oh, they can stop the run, I guess, but against the pass, I don't think they can. So I think Tampa Bay is going to move the ball on them, especially Baker Mayfield is gonna make some big time throws. Like he's gonna do that in this game. But I believe last time when these two teams played, I believe the Eagles have beat them by a lot. But I think the Eagles can do the same thing. I think they have a chance to win this game. But if the Bucks, they have a chance to win this game if their offense can be explosive and they can move the ball, and then their defense can make Jalen Hurts look terrible. So yeah. So basically, I just kind of really feel like that when I think the Eagles, I just think the Eagles are a good matchup for the Bucks. I think the Eagles defense can find a way to at least give pressure on Baker Mayfield. I feel like if Darius Slay comes back, I think he'll find a way to cover Mike Evans. Cause I believe Mike Evans owns Darius Slay. So yeah. So the Eagles could be dealing with some more injuries on defense, and we know the Bucks. If Baker plays, that'll be awesome. But I hope the Eagles, get their players healthy for next week because I feel like the Eagles, I believe Smith is playing, which that's great. But I think the Eagles is gonna, I hope they win this game so that way they can get AJ Brown back because that'll be awesome. Because I don't know if some teams can really, I don't know if the Bucks can really cover AJ Brown as Devonta Smith. The Eagles sometimes can't play man coverage against Mike Evans and Chris Godwin because those guys are going to torch him. Same thing with the Eagles. Like the Bucks sometimes can't play man coverage against Devonta Smith and AJ Brown because those guys can torch him too. So yeah, I think this game's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be an offensive game, but I will be taking the Philadelphia Eagles to win this game on the road. And I just don't see them getting a first playoff exit. The reason why I'm taking the Eagles to win this game because they're the more complete team, they have the better quarterback. And I just don't really see them getting this first playoff exit. Even if they do, I wouldn't be shocked because we've seen that before. When they made the playoffs back in 2021, they made the first playoff exit. But I don't see it happening in this game. I think the Eagles are going to move the ball on the Bucks, and I think their defense might play better, and I think they'll win their matchups against the Bucks secondary with their corners and safeties. So yeah, so I will be taking the Eagles to win this game, but giving the points with the Bucks, I think the Bucks can keep it close. I think they're going to stay in this game. I think they're going to play better than they did in Week 3, where they couldn't move the ball in the second half, and I think the Bucks will do it. but I just don't think they're gonna do enough to win this game. So I'll take the Bucks to cover, but I'll take the Eagles to win this game.
When your class, sir?
Well, those are all my predictions. Those are all my wild card picks for this week. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. And don't forget, if you disagree with me, just let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm crazy? Just let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What you guys think. Who you guys got winning this week in the wild card round. Well, this is Emmanuel Jones, a big fan. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later in the next video. See you guys later. Peace.